Sorry this took so flippin' long, guys. But here we are, the first best of 3.
Between Frozz and... I want to say LsEbA now that I know that
You
it's
want to
not
try to, but you just can't because you read it as LsEbA.
Yeah, I know.
But folks, alright, Copper Code Labs, sponsoring this awesome tournament. Give them some love, much love from us as the casters for helping put this on, but also to StarCraft Ascension for hosting this, inviting a ton of really cool players, making this a great time for us as casters to broadcast, and I hope you guys to watch, but getting into this. Yeah, woo! This is a best of 3, this is Rifkin, I'm casting with Nostalgia Talix, and here in the top right corner of the map, he's the Croatian terror, the beast from the east, it is Frozz!
And in the bottom right-hand corner, as our blue Zerg player from Team LGS, which you said is like Latin Gaming Squad or something?
Yep.
LsEbA. I'm going cautionary with that one, guys.
Yeah, and if you guys like the UI, by the way, I'll give a big quick bump here. Flamga, at FlamgaSC2 on Twitter, has been designing, and I've been working with him to make a lot of our UIs. If you've been a fan of Base Rate TV, you've seen us go through about 3 or 4 in the last 2 months, and I think this is the one I'm most happy with. Now, we do have
That's a really nice UI.
Thank you. We do have a couple things we're still tweaking on to improve it. We're always looking to make things better. We are very limited on what we can do. This is not Game Heart, guys. So it's just a custom UI, and we're looking to make it the best we can. If you guys ever have suggestions, what you want to see, even if it's impossible, don't be shy, let us know.
There should be a picture of my face on it constantly. I think that's... Just add that there. Just tuck it in there. It'll be nice.
I do want to stress this again. I'm not trying to overshadow the sponsors, but guys, StarCraft Ascension, great friends of Base Trade TV. We've done a lot of events with them in the past, and we're looking to do a lot more with them in the future. And the fact that they are putting on this tournament is great. If you want to see more content from them, let them know so that they can pass on the word to the sponsors. Like, hey, 130 people tweeted us saying, we love that tournament. Let's see more of them. Now, of course, those are unrealistic numbers, but if you guys are on Twitter, if you've got an email, I encourage you, contact these guys. Let them know what they are doing is awesome, because the reality is, it's what we need.
You know what? I'm going to say those aren't unrealistic numbers. Only 130. We have an extra 100 in here on top of that. So guys, get on Twitter and tweet at them right now, or I'm going to be a really sad person. And I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to be like, oh, he made a Marine. No, I'm not going to do that. Marine. Anyways,
now, hang on. We've got a very greedy build coming out of EBA here. I'm going to go with EBA. I think that's easier than trying to say LsEbA.
Okay, let's go with EBA.
Because the E's capitalized, right? Anyways, EBA going for 3 hatch before spawning pool. This is blind. This is greedy. He did scout the command center first from Frozz. I don't know if the timing of that was really what indicated the 3rd hatchery, because he delayed his spawning pool for so long. It might have just been his plan from the get-go. But this is a map where Frozz is going to capitalize on Hellions. I'll call it right now. I don't care what he builds to get there. Frozz is going to have Hellions in this game, and he's going to do massive damage with them. I'm telling you, Talix.
I completely agree. After we are hearing earlier about his barbecue that he did, I'm kind of excited to see it myself.
Now, we can discuss this thing from the Zerg. Some of you might think, like, oh, this is really dumb to go 3 hatch before pool. This is incredibly greedy. It just gives away so much economy. If Frozz scouts that pool, I don't know if he saw it just as it popped, but if he knows how late that pool is, it's got to tell him there's a 3rd hatchery somewhere on the field. And I do hope this SCV will scout it out.
It looks like he is moving towards the 3rd base right now, but actually kind of hugging it towards the top. No, he's going home. Ooh.
Well, you know, I doubt that'll change his game plans. We do see the reactor and the factory on the way, so Hellions will be on the field sooner or later. This 3rd base, though, it's going to be very difficult to use this. You can't transfer drones, of course. It will give away the location of it, and the longer this stays secret, the more powerful it is.
Yeah, definitely a good point. Now, we can actually see that EBA, oh, that's going to be so hard to do now, is making a whole bunch of drones. He is getting the queens out so he can make sure that he's got the larva.
Oh.
And need to take care of things, but...
Frozz, are you going to proxy your starboard? You magnificent bastard. Please proxy your starboard.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I could just be going back for more scouting.
Yeah, I think he was just kind of chilling there and just trying to make sure he doesn't die. The mules here for Frozz at the natural expansion are up. This is actually looking really strong. Frozz actually looks like a very, very solid Terran player. This opening, very good.
Oh, it's not even going to be Hellbat. Well, there will be Hellions, but there's going to be Hellbats attached to this as well. We've got the armory on the way, and you know what? When you go 3 hatch like this, Hellbats are actually a really nice way to deal with this, because you'll have delayed units. Yes, there will be roaches on the field. We see the roach warren on the way, but the reality is roaches have a very difficult time keeping up with those speedy medevacs.
Yeah, that's definitely a great point. And also, the kind of AoE damage that those Hellbats can do is just absolutely off the charts if they're dropped in a drone line. Alright, well, we do see that Frozz right now moving cross map right now with these 2 different Hellions. It looks like he's going to try to see...
There's a record here, a high score if you will, with 2 scouting Hellions. I've seen Frozz take out 17 drones before.
That's not a nice number.
And that's not against some bronze fight, that's against Dignitas Tefl.
Seriously?
Now, of course, yeah, seriously, that's what I was talking about earlier. That's the game I fell in love with Frozz, but he's going to run from these Zerglings, going to chase back for the time being. As long as he doesn't reveal the Hellbats for as long as possible, they're going to do the maximum amount of carnage. And the fact that he's going for armor first is actually brilliant, because it makes the Hellbats that much stronger.
Yeah, definitely we can see that 2 Hellbats right now are in production, and those are going to be coming out a whole bunch because of the reactor.
LsEbA going for some cool tactics, is going to try and block off, because he thinks maybe Hellions will try and run behind the mineral lines, but it's not Hellions he has to be fearful of.
No, now it's definitely has to be something a little bit stronger. Now, roaches are really good, but when they can come in giant numbers and the drop happens, there's very little that roaches can do early game. I mean, they have to have a whole lot of roaches to deal with that.
Now I like this. Frozz is probably going to try and cause a bit of a distraction. I still don't know if he knows about this third. He hasn't scouted it. He might try and go for a run by with these Hellions while the Hellbats go off. And if he does that, if he splits the roaches, there's going to be nothing to defend against us in the main.
Yep, it does look like that. One medevac is on its way down. It will be kind of scouted here by this one Overlord. But the boost goes on, and let's see if he pulled back and noticed it. Actually, it doesn't look like he noticed it. It looks like he may have missed it.
Well, the Hellion's going to cause a bit of distraction. Zergling's coming, but a nice pull from LsEbA. Of course, it's always weird to consider, but one of the best ways to deal with Oracles and Hellbats is just to run your workers away. They are slow-ass units, and Frozz actually causing very little damage there, unfortunately. I would love for him to just unload and start healing up that Hellbat, but wants to be careful, of course.
Yeah, definitely. And now, behind this, we can see, now that LsEbA has got the 3 base up, he does have the evolution chambers down, he's going to be focused very heavily on droning up and making tons of roaches. Hasn't really decided on a tech path so far by the looks of it.
Gosh, I wish if Frozz had scouted this 3rd base, this would be an entirely different game, but we have 6 Hellbats! Oh my goodness! Pardon me, that literally caught me off guard. In these medevacs, ready to drop. 2 will probably go to the main, 1 will go to the natural.
Oh, let's see how this gets played out. Okay, yep.
Wow, he's dropping them on top of the roaches. And it's disgusting thinking Hellbats out-damage roaches. He can also micro them. Yeah, there we go, picking up the low-health Hellbats, dropping them behind in the back. And he's actually doing so much damage with this small drop. It is ridiculous.
That was a lot.
None of the drones go down. Still standing are a lot of them.
Yeah, it looks like he took out probably like 5 or 6 roaches there. Losing just two Hellbats. And a whole bunch of Zerglings at the same time. Alright, well, it does look like he's going to see... Nope.
He does have to be a bit careful, though. The longer he hangs around, the Queens will poke away at these medevacs, and he cannot afford to lose any of these medevacs. Ooh, 4 health on one of them.
Medevac, yeah, just barely gets away with that 4 HP right now.
Oh, Frozz, I wish you knew about this 3rd base.
Oh my god, but back at the natural expansion of Frozz, there are another 6 Hellbats and Marauders are underway as well. That 3rd command center is finished up. Oh, it looks like he's going to find that 3rd base. He knows it's there.
There are Hellbats here. Oh, and now he's got to wonder, like, when was that base up? Takes a nice position behind the mineral line. Unfortunately, loses some more Hellbats. And one of the medevacs as well. A lot of roaches. A nice defense here from LsEbA. Frozz does follow up to this again, though. As you pointed out, lots of Marauders, lots of Hellbats ready for round 2. No tanks on the field, though, will make this a little difficult to continue pushing. Because there's just a massive number of roaches on the field. 27 as of current.
Yeah, we can see that Stim is finishing up here pretty soon as well. Combat Shields will be queued right after that. But, I mean... I'm really interested to see how Frozz is going to react to this now, knowing that, LsEbA's had that 3rd base up for such a long time. He's probably kicking himself right now. I would be if I was him, too.
Well, I do want to point out, too, LsEbA is only... I've never seen anyone held off Hellbat drops like this so effectively without any static defense. A lot of players like of TLO's caliber, TLO himself, they've always got 1 spore, 1 spine in every one of their bases to deny any sort of drops. But LsEbA, doing some great reaction time with his roaches, did shut these down.
Oh god, that one Overlord at the natural base of Frozz just barely staying alive with that 35 HP. Had the entire army crawling down its back right now. But here comes Frozz pushing cross map right now. But there is a lot of roaches.
Oh my god, and 30 Banelings are morphing in. Now the Hellbats spread out will actually do a great job at dealing, soaking the Baneling damage. But oh, so much damage is going to be done. Banelings are so great against Hellbats.
Yeah, they're really, really good. Now, there is the 30 Banelings on the field, but there's also 37 roaches. So
and there's this small timing. Speed's not out for those Banelings yet. Frozz going to push in here. Some great spreading already happening. Zerglings and Banelings clashing into these Hellbats. No damage being done, picking up most of his units. Frozz wants to just get out of dodge.
Yeah, not the best engagement there for Frozz. Eba, God, that's so hard. Right now, up 198 supply to
But
120.
Frozz, deciding to go continuing forward with this will cause a bunch of damage, but the counterattack from Eba streaming across the map. This command center has got to be lifted. These SCVs are going to be forfeit. Meanwhile, the drop in the main on top of the ramp not doing nearly as much damage as I think Frozz wants, as these roaches are doing a great job of cleaning this back up.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing, though, you know, Hellbats and stuff, they don't get healed by the medevacs, which kind of makes the
Yes, they
medevac...
do. Hellbats get healed by the medevacs, yes.
Oh, God, did I miss that, then?
Welcome to Heart of the Swarm, Talex. Abusive garbage. It's one of the many reasons people hate Hellbats. Trust me.
I thought that... But
oh, the Banelings on top of the SCVs, Clumpy on top of GG! Oh my god!
Eba moves in there and takes that. That was really great play. My brain was thinking Hellions, not Hellbats. Ugh.
You know what disgusts me, guys? The fact that I know Frozz let him win that game.
That's what happened. He obviously let that happen. But now we can see that Eba's up 1-0 here against Frozz. We are in the quarterfinals right now, so we're going to see how Frozz is going to be able to react to this, if he'll be able to come back, or if Eba's going to be taking it 2-0.